Hello, everyone. Robert Craig, just an old man reading from his Bible. And of course, I'm the old man, and this is the Bible I use, the Holy Bible. And by that, I mean King James Version. Now, we've been looking at the creation, and I want to pick up right where I left off. We had made it to verse 16, I believe. And we're talking about how the heaven and the earth came to be, and it was a certain set of what's called the days of creation. And we are at the end of, we're in the fourth day. Let's get back up here to verse 17. And God set them, that's the stars, He set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. Now you have to realize that we're talking about a different environment than we have today. This is the pre-diluvian world, and there were certain things that held sway then that might no longer be the same after the flood, and we'll see that, I think, in the near future. We'll take a look at that too. And to rule over the day and over the night. That's the lights, the greater and the lesser and the stars. And to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Now you notice as the Creator sorts all these things out to finer and finer degrees, we'll see that life gets more complex on the earth. We've had plant life, and we've had light and dark, and we've had the institution of day and night, and so on. Verse 20, and God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. See, that's how you know the firmament referred to earlier is our blue sky, the atmosphere. And what makes it blue? Refraction. Has to do with wavelengths. I don't know if you've ever noticed or not, if you're looking across a field of snow that has ripples in it and the sun shines brightly upon the snow, it's white because the light from the sun is white. But where these rifts and ripples and drifts have formed and the sunlight doesn't reach, it doesn't look white, it looks blue. Why does it look blue? It's lit by the sky. The sky has a kind of a luminosity of its own. Now we've seen birds appear here. And in verse 21, and God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply upon the earth. Now that sounds strange to our ears today, but remember, this is during the days of creation. God can speak to all these creatures, and they understand what He requires of them. Just go forth and reproduce and make more of your kind. And He does that probably by some sort of an instinct that's built into them, because they don't seem to have any need to learn about that in nature. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, now we're into the sixth day here. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind. Notice how things are getting more and more complex. cattle and creeping thing and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. So the reproduction of life, it has a certain order to it. It's done according to a certain system. And that's the end of the sixth, or the end of the fifth day. Well, no, let's see, we're already in the sixth day, aren't we? And God said, now this I've been told that this thing happened Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the afternoon when the day was almost over. And God said, let us make man in our image. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what somebody worked out. God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So he saved this crowning achievement in creation until last. Man was made to rule over all these things that were created on the earth. And so before man was created, there was something for him to rule over. That was one of the reasons that he was created. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. In other words, take charge and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I've given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. In other words, it was a vegetarian setup. And by the way, you have to keep bearing in mind, this is the antediluvian world, and it's before the fall of man. And there's no herb that wouldn't be fitting to eat, because the Lord tells the man, every herb, poison oak, poison ivy, sumac, all those things that we have such a bad reaction to today. I think we could have used those leaves for chewing gum if we wanted to. Verse 30, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. And that's not the end of a chapter, but it's a good place to end, because we're about to shift gears and we're going to take a look at at life in the garden before the fall. So for now, may the Lord bless this reading of His Holy Scripture. I hope y'all are getting something out of this. I know I am. And it is my dearest hope that somebody will see this and get something out of it, even if it's years from now when I've passed away and gone off the scene. After all, I'm just about to hit 79 here in just a few short weeks. I'm an elderly man with heart disease, kidney disease, and worn out knees. I try to work out some. I've got the muscle, but I don't have the bone, and I for sure don't have the joints. So anyways, we'll see you next time, and I hope you'll join me.